Hello and welcome back to a new episode. In this one we are going to be looking at step 127, 128 and probably 129 as well. So first of all we have 127. I've already downloaded the exercise and we just need to open it up. So have I actually started it here? No, this is something else I think. Anyway, let's get going and I'll see you in a bit.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Oh, I figured it out. So the issue was, you see, basically none of this was popping up because I didn't have this comment behind it, because the quotation marks, made me not see that there was no comma there, so that's why it wasn't working. So now if I save and I refresh, I get the hi. I was just doing that to test that it's actually linked. And now if I write in user 1, this will come up, which is amazing. Let's crack on.
Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Hello guys, so let's see what we have done, because we have done quite a few things. So first of all, let's go to the top. We have created an array. Have we? This is nope. This is what is the name of it? An object. We have created an object with variable username equals, and then little brackets, name Josh, age 34, hobby football, is married false. We've given them skills. So we've actually put in, what's the name again, array, that's the one, an array into the object, and then we have also put a function into the object as well. So but first of all, this is the first one we have done. So the age, hobby, marriage and name. And then we have also had a list, which was apple, banana, orange. And then we could, select list 1 for banana. We could select name Josh. So you select in lists with the brackets, with the square brackets. And in the object, you do it with the name of the object, and then dot, and then the name that you're looking for, or the part you're looking for. So you do all of this for every single one, and then the way you add is by having, you know, user, so the name, and then dot, you know, something new, and equaling to something else. So in that way, if you had the user again, favorite food would actually come up as pizza. And then we could also change the match to true, and then, you know, that would all be the case. So that was quite good. Enjoyed it. Not too difficult. And then we had a way of making our you know, having our action in our object. So the way we could access that is by having the user.action and action tags, and, you know, the end line thingamajig, and then that would give us, you know, the walk part basically. Then you could also look at the console. So for instance, we are using console log to say we're walking, but there's actually console loads of other things. So console is like the main part, and then you can branch off to different parts, and one of it is error. So we could say console error, and then it would come up with an error message for you know, wrong, because I've had many errors, so I'm giving the console an error now, so that's fun. Then, as you can see, this is quite good. This is quite cool. I'm really enjoying this. So a variable, instead of a variable, we can have, or instead of an array, we can also have objects. So here we have an array here, and then inside of it we have two objects. So if we mention the array, which is list2, then where is it? I don't know, but well, I mean, we can do it anyway. We can just be like list, and then the way we do this is we have the list, and then we have the array. So we do 1 for the second one, and then we have a dot, and then we can do password or username, so we can look up their password, and then enter, and then it gives us 1, 2, 3. So here you can start seeing what sort of things we can achieve with this. Also, lastly, we have we can create variables such as empty object, and variables, or, you know, objects such as, you know, and variables such as null object, and basically we can, you know, have to see what they have in them, and then if you actually want to add something to the null object, it's cannot set properties of null setting name. So because we have the null and the name, you can't give it anything else basically. And then we have, you know, we can add things to the empty. So then now if we look at an empty object, it would actually not be empty anymore. So that's fun. And that was it for this part as well. So now we can move on to the next part, which is the exercise 7. So I'll download that, do all of them, and then crack on. See you in a bit.
Town, from London to Taiwan, I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Okay guys, so I've created what I think is right, but I do want to have a look at the actual solutions, as I'm not 100% certain. Also, because this is fairly new to me, I did have to kind of look back at what I've done here. So using that, you know, knowledge, I've made these, but now that I've done these, I feel a bit more comfortable, you know, if I would have to do this from scratch, which I might have to do because this might all be wrong, but we'll see. So let's actually look at the solutions, which is here. So let's pop this down, and well, I guess we can just use these two tabs. So we have create, also actually to put our own name. Anyway, we have done it a bit different. So because I wasn't sure if it needed to be, you know, together or separate, I've just put them separate, but now see, I can do them together as well. Also, you have got variable database, and we have got all that, and then we have our newsfeed, which we have just got tests for, but all that looks the same, so that's cool. The only thing we could modify to, you know, match what he has done is take these out, which by all means we can do, and then that way it's the same but he has. So that's cool. I think I will, for the moment, I will just leave it as tests, and I'll, you know, implement more for the next step, which I will do in a bit for the next episode. But basically this is what he wanted. Obviously I actually put the effort in and writing, you know, actual information here. I just put test, but obviously I could, you know, just put anything there myself. I'll leave it for now as it is, and in the next episode obviously I will improve it and whatnot. So fun things. This was quite enjoyable. I quite like that we have, you know, ways of storing things now, and ways of, you know, accessing them, you know, that information in many different ways, which is quite cool. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, whatnot, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.